Assalamualaikum dear students, class 9th, and today we should take up another chapter, lines and angles. It's 9th math. Let me introduce today lines and angles. Lines and angles. Now what is a line? And what are angles? How is an angle formed? So a line, this is a line. A line stretches from both of its ends. Because endpoints are not mentioned, this is a line. So you cannot draw a line on the plane of paper, and you cannot draw even a ray. Ray is stretching from one of its ends, either from here and here. This is line which has no endpoints, and a ray is again a line which has one endpoint and stretches from one end. So you cannot draw a line or a ray on the plane of paper. So what we draw is, this is called a line segment. Line segment is a line which has two endpoints. So line segment is a line which has a definite length. So AB is a line segment here. Now see, the endpoints are mentioned here, A and B. Suppose AB, if you are asked to draw a line segment AB is equal to 5 centimeter, that means its length is definite here. So it is given that the length is 5 centimeter. So this is a line segment. Line segment is a line whose two endpoints are mentioned or given, or whose length is definite. So you can draw a line segment, and when two line segments originate from the same endpoint, this is, suppose AB is a line segment, and there is one more line segment that originates from this A, like this. And when two line segments have the same endpoint or originate from the same point, an angle is formed. I think this is clear now. Here an angle is formed. Now see again, if AB is a line segment and there is one more line segment which originates from A, AB originates from A, and there is one more line segment that originates from A. So the end point is the both line segments has got BA, it is A, and for CA the end point is A. So this is common end point. When two line segments have the common end point, then the angle is formed. Now see, there can be so many line segments originating from a single point, and you see there are so many angles are formed. Now see, this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle. So all these angles are formed when the line segments have the same endpoint. Or you can say, when the line segments originate from the single point, then an angle is formed. So simple definition of an angle is formed when two line segments originate from the same point, or when two line segments have the same endpoint, an angle is formed. It's very simple. Now the point where the angle is formed, this is called a vertex. This is called a vertex. So vertex is the point where at which the angle is formed. Now you know that there are different types of angles: acute angle and right angle, then obtuse angle. So what is acute angle? In class 5th or 4th, you are aware an acute angle is an angle whose measure is less than 90, more than 0 degree, or whose measure is from 0 degree to 90 degree, less than 90 degree. And the angle between 0 and 90, this is called an acute angle. Or simply, an acute angle is an angle whose measure is more than 0 but less than 90 degree. It is an acute angle. So right angle is an angle whose measure is equivalent to 90 degree. So remember this, 90 degree. Right angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree. Now obtuse angle is again an angle whose measure is more than 90 but less than 180. That is 90 to 180 but more than 90, less than 180. This is an obtuse angle. And the angle whose measure is exactly 180, that is called a straight angle. That is called a straight angle. That's called a straight angle. I think this is clear. So acute angle is an angle whose measure is less than 90, and a right angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree, and obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree but less than 180. This is an obtuse angle. And you know acute angle triangle, in which all angles are less than 90 degree, and right angular triangle, in which one angle is 90 degree. Obtuse angular triangle, in which one angle is more than 90 degree. So that is about triangles. So we are not going to discuss here triangles, we are discussing here angles. But so an angle, so you can write an easy definition: when two line segments have the same end point, an angle is formed. An angle is formed. And there are so many types of angles. Acute angle is the angle whose measure is less than 90 degree, more than 0 degree. And right angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree. And then obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree but less than 180. Straight angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 180. And complementary angles are the complementary angles. What are complementary angles? Complementary angles are those two angles whose sum is equivalent to 90. When the sum of two angles is equivalent to 90 degree, they are called complementary angles. And what are supplementary angles? When the sum of two angles is equivalent to 180, these are called what? Supplementary angles. Complementary angles are those two angles whose sum is 90 degree, and supplementary angles are those two angles you are aware of. That's what are they called? They are called supplementary angles when the sum is equivalent to 180. So this is how it goes. Now a very important theorem. We have to prove that. Now these are the kinds of angles. Now see, this is the vertex. If two lines intersect each other, this is the vertex, this angle is formed, this angle is again formed, here the angle is formed, here the angle is formed. So what are these angles called? Now see, when two line segments intersect each other, then this angle and this angle, these are called vertically opposite angles because they are formed on the same vertex but opposite to each other. These are called vertically opposite angles. So this angle 1 and angle 2 are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, there are so many angles. When two lines, these are parallel lines. Suppose A, B and C, D are parallel lines. Now the question is, what are parallel lines? Parallel lines are the lines which between which the distance remains constant. That means they are not intersecting at any point. Those lines between which the distance remains constant are called what? Parallel lines. Parallel lines do not meet at any point. So parallel AB is parallel to CD if the distance between them remains constant throughout. If you stretch these parallel lines to any point, the distance should remain the same. It should remain the constant. If such lines are called what? Parallel lines. And if parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. Now see, this is a transversal here. Transversal is the line again which intersects two parallel lines. So this is called a transversal. Now see, this angle and this angle are called vertically opposite angles, you know it. And this angle are called interior alternate angles. See here, these are two parallel lines, this angle and this angle, one on either side of transversal. They are called what? Alternate interior angles. And this angle are called corresponding angles. We shall discuss them in detail, inshallah. what are corresponding angles, what are alternate angles, and what are these vertically opposite angles. But today my topic is, we have to prove that vertically opposite angles are equal. Now this is our question. If two line segments intersect each other, this is the theorem. If two line segments AB and CD are two line segments and they intersect each other at point O, now see, vertically opposite angles are obviously formed, and we have to prove that these angles are equal. This angle is equivalent to this angle. This angle is equivalent to this angle. This we have to prove. So what is given? Given is two line segments AB and CD are two line segments intersecting each other at point O. To prove, we have to prove that, we have to prove that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. This angle is equivalent to this angle. This is to be proved. Or angle BOC is equal to angle, AOD. AOD is equal to angle BOC. These are again vertically opposite angles. This we have to prove this. Now proof. Now see, this AB is like this. This AB is a line and CO stands on it. This AB is a line and CO stands on it. Tell me what is the sum, what is the angle AOC plus COB? What is the sum of this? This is called a linear pair. This is called a linear pair of angles. We can write here proof AC is a line segment and CO stands on it. Therefore, angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180. Name this equation first. This is our equation first. Again, I will show you. AB is a line segment. Now CO stands on it. When a line segment, it is line segment and a ray stands on it, then a pair of angles is formed. So this is called a linear pair, and sum is obviously what? 180. So 180 is the sum. So angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180. Similarly, this CD is a line. CD is a line segment, and BO stands. This time BO stands on it. This like this. This CD is a line segment. This CD is a line segment. And BO stands on. it. Now tell me, this angle plus this angle is equal to, again, this is equivalent to 180. Therefore, angle BOC plus angle BOD is equal to 180. This is equation second. This is again linear pair, LP. Linear pair of angles. Now comparing first and second, we get. Now see, what is the right hand side of this equation? It is 180. And what is the right hand side of this equation? It is again 180. And we know when right hand sides are equal, left hand sides are also equal. This is 180, this is 180. When we compare, or from comparing first and second, or from first and second, we get right hand sides are equal, obviously left hand side are also equal. This is the left hand side, angle AOC plus angle BOC. This is equal to left hand side of this equation, angle BOC plus angle BOD. Now see, BOC and BOC will get cancelled. Angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. This was to be proved. So this angle AOC is equal to B. I think this is very simple. Similarly, you can prove that angle BOC is equal to AOD. So vertically opposite angles are equal. This is universal truth. When two line segments intersect each other, then vertically opposite angles are always equal. This is all about these angles. Inshallah, tomorrow we shall discuss questions of the exercise. Till then, Allah Hafiz.